I just pulled the biggest blunder of the day. There are my garnishes all ready to go. I could go home for something I already have made, but couldn't get it onto the cupcakes.
Makers, your round 2 challenge was to create 3 cupcakes with tastes and flavors that capture the essence of space and man's journey through it. See how you did? Lena, tell us about your 3 cupcakes.
So I wanted to represent traveling through space, starting with Earth, which is the avocado cupcake filled with an avocado cream and topped with an avocado frosting with a chocolate liquid nitrogen truffle on top, sprinkled with also liquid nitrogen mint. The second, traveling through space, is the chocolate blueberry cupcake, which is a chocolate cake filled with blueberry puree topped with a blueberry frosting with a sugar spear on top. And the third cupcake for traveling to the moon, so I did a lychee cupcake filled with a lychee puree topped with a lychee filled with a raspberry puree. That was also in liquid nitrogen.
Candace, it seems like Lena's pulled out the stops.
So you introduced your cupcakes as traveling through space. I have to say, it literally looked like meteors have landed on top of my cupcakes. I just really have a problem with the scale of the decorations. Not to say they weren't delicious. In particular, the frozen lychee was so delicious and light. But it's really hard for people to eat at parties.
My biggest problem is really on this one. The avocado mint was tasting totally artificial. Now talking about the lychee, I think you did a good job. This cupcake is pretty sexy.
I really liked the chocolate blueberry because what I remember from being in orbit, the taste of blueberry was a comfort food for me.
Casey, tell us about these cupcakes.
Absolutely. On your far right, we have a tangerine-flavored space drink gel that is sitting on top of a citrus almond cake and an actual Swiss meringue with tangerine space beverage toasted slightly. In the center, you have a banana toffee cake that has a cream cheese caramel swirl. Also in the center, there's a dulce de leche and toffee bit. And on top, some chocolate chip astronaut ice cream. On your far left, this is a dark chocolate and raspberry cake filled with a raspberry jam, topped with a dark chocolate raspberry ganache and raspberry buttercream on top.
We're missing few pieces of decoration here, right? Okay, so let's talk about the cupcakes. Your banana dulce de leche, I think it was brilliant. I was really excited about tangerine. The meringue around it was just perfect. But the texture of the filling was very gooey and slimy. It was like eating a tangerine egg white. So I like 2 cupcakes, but I'm missing some decoration.
These cupcakes are perfectly unadorned. That makes our job a little hard. It's 50% decoration. What I will say is, you are the master of bold flavor. It was delicious.
I agree with both Candace and Florian. Great flavors.
Thank you, Casey. And Kasha, your effects. I understand you have some glow-in-the-dark elements. I happen to carry black light with me wherever I go. Can we check it out?
Okay, yes, please.
Finally, this comes in handy. Let's take a peek.
Is it a liquid that you baked on or a dust? Or?
Tonic water has the quinine in it, and then I also have an edible glow-in-the-dark cake.
Tell us about your cupcakes.
So on your far right, you have a dark chocolate galaxy cupcake, and in the cupcake there are caramel nougat candies. You have a malted chocolate milk frosting, and then you have the 50 for 50 years star. In the center, you have that favorite tangerine drink of yours, the cupcake. Topping is orange cream cheese frosting that has the tonic water in there. Your final cupcake is a blue supermoon cupcake. So you have vanilla cupcake, and it's swirled with blueberry sauce. The filling is a lemon curd with fresh blueberries. And then instead of using water, I use tonic water to make the Italian rain. And you have supermoon in the back, and you have Mars and Earth.
Akasha, I like your decoration. I think it was pretty fun. Those planets actually were pretty tasty. Now talking about the cupcakes, I'll be straightforward with you. I didn't like any of them. And mostly because of the texture of your cake. This one is barely edible.
I think you did a good job on the decorations. In terms of the cupcakes themselves, I did have a problem with the texture, in particular the instant tangerine drink cupcake.